Ladies and gentlemen, this is Big Ray's Wrestling Show. You know me, I'm the Mark of the Master, the man with the plan. Big Ray here to stay to talk about WWE's Money in the Bank 2013 pay-per-view today, ladies and gentlemen. This is one of the better pay-per-views WWE has put forth in quite some time. I'm going to run through a lot of the major matches. I'm going to quickly run through the not-so-major matches. We had some hits. We had some misses. We had a couple of curveballs thrown. Let's jump right in. Josh Matthews welcomes the crowd, welcomes the fans to this pay-per-view, ladies and gentlemen, along with Kofi Kingston, Big Show, and Vicky Guerrero. Now, a lot of people are not big fans of the whole panel thing. I actually like it. And I want to know what you guys think here at OneWrestling.com. I'm actually a fan of the panel. I kind of like it. Gives it like a big game feel, like a Super Bowl feel, every single pay-per-view. Again, my opinion, I want to know what you guys think about the whole panel prior to the pay-per-view or during the pay-per-views as they discuss the matches as they go on. But again, ladies and gentlemen, I like it. I want to know what you guys think. We'll move on. And we quickly actually transition into the tag team match for the tag team championships between the Usos, who've been given finally a big push. And they faced Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins of The Shield. Ladies and gentlemen, it was a really, really quick match, or a lot of quick transitions during the match. Not a quick match, but during this match, something really upset me. And again, this is my opinion. We're all about opinion share, OneWrestling.com. What really upset me was that during this match, which had a lot of great action, in my opinion, I thought it was a really, really solid match, a lot of fun to watch. The WWE cut away, and this is the pre-show. They cut away for a commercial for the WWE app. Come on, I mean, let's be for real. I'm a fan of promoting your product, but I think, in my opinion, it's disrespectful to the talent in the ring at that point in juncture. I think these two teams were putting together a really great match, and it was interrupted because of a commercial for an app. Well, anyway, I think WWE made up for it, or maybe Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, and the Usos made up for it, because it was, again, a great match. We're going to jump into the end of the match where we have one of the Usos at the top rope, and he gives a beautiful flying splash. They're big guys. Those guys move tremendously. I think they're fantastic in the ring. They have a great look, ladies and gentlemen, and I think it's about time that they got this push. And I almost believe the Usos would win the tag team titles. But during the wind down, we have Seth Rollins on the second rope with Jimmy Uso. Jimmy Uso is trying to hit him with a super Samoan drop, but is basically fought off by Reigns and by Rollins. Reigns actually they end up actually coming in together, hitting Jimmy Uso with a double powerbomb onto the corner turnbuckle, and then the match ends where Reigns tags himself in and hits the big spear for the end. So for the win. So Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns wins this tag team match. And again, can I see the Usos winning the tag team title? Absolutely. Is it about time that they get a fair shot at being one of the major tag teams? I see the WWE focusing on tag teams again a little bit. I would like to see the WWE focus a little more on the Usos. I think they have a lot of potential, but I want to know what you guys think here at OneWrestling.com. Please leave a comment here below here at OneWrestling.com or YouTube /OneWrestling video. We jump into the Money in the Bank ladder match for a shot at the World Heavyweight title, and I truly believe that this match stole the show. If you haven't seen it, please go back, try to find it wherever you can. Ladies and gentlemen, Cody Rhodes and Damien Sandow come down to the ring together, Team Rogue Scholar, and they cut a promo, and they basically ripped Rocky Balboa. Now, you know we're in Philadelphia, and Rocky Balboa is a very, very popular figure in Philadelphia. But they do come down together. The match basically starts. Everybody goes after each other. During the match, we have... Oh, and I must say, during the tag team match, there was a huge "This is awesome" chant from the crowd. Well, in this match, we got another chant from the crowd of "This is awesome." And it was awesome. It was a really, really excellent match. Again, I believe this match was the best match of the evening. Towards the end of the match, we have Cody Rhodes, who actually starts setting up the ladder. Now, when he's setting up the ladder, guess who comes in? Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns. They both come into attack. He basically is able to fight them off, but Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins able to overcome Cody Rhodes. Rollins comes in. He actually kicks Barrett in the face. Reigns comes in. He spears Fandango. The Shield basically sets the ladder for Ambrose. but the Usos come in and make the save. And Antonio Cesaro, Jack Swagger helping to fight off the Shield. Ambrose then finally climbs up the ladder, but Cody Rhodes, who in my opinion was really over in this match, is able to push the ladder over, knocking him off, sets up his own ladder. But when he climbs up the top, well, he's knocked off by his best friend and current tag team partner, or maybe former tag team partner, Damien Sandow. Damien Sandow able to climb the ladder and get the Money in the Bank briefcase. I was very, very happy to hear silence. Damien Sandow is your Money in the Bank winner, and I think it's about damn time. I want to know what your opinion is, ladies and gentlemen. Damien Sandow is now technically the #1 contender for the World Heavyweight Championship. Do you see a title run in Damien Sandow? I think this is another man who has all the tools, the look, the size. Obviously, his verbiage is perfect on the mic. This guy is really special, and I think the WWE should really, really focus on Damien Sandow, building him into the superstar that I believe he could possibly be. But anyway, we move on. And we had Justin Roberts in the ring, the ring announcer for WWE, and he says that he wanted the following person wants the Philadelphia crowd to give him a warm Philadelphia welcome. Well, Raw General Manager Brad Maddox comes down, and he basically talks about how Vicky Guerrero is fired, and he puts the spotlight on Vicky Guerrero, telling her to take a bow. Well, Vicky Guerrero didn't look too happy, ladies and gentlemen. Vicky Guerrero basically embarrassed by Brad Maddox when he offers Vicky, Vicky accepted a secondary position from Brad Maddox. Brad Maddox then puts together a video package that basically, I mean, he says he was putting her over, but the truth is that he totally embarrassed Vicky Guerrero. But I gotta be honest, I am glad to see that WWE is not taking Vicky off TV. A lot of people are annoyed with Vicky Guerrero. A lot of people trash Vicky Guerrero. I see the WWE sometimes, they kind of get on Vicky Guerrero, but honestly, Vicky Guerrero is the most entertaining character, or one of the most entertaining characters WWE has nowadays. Ladies and gentlemen, we move on to the WWE Intercontinental title match between The Miz and Curtis Axel. I'm not going to really get into this match too much. It wasn't really a great match. We have Curtis Axel, who kicks The Miz in the face, hits him with his finisher to retain the title. Wasn't really overly impressed with this match. It was a decent match. Curtis Axel, I'm actually a little tired of seeing The Miz, and again, this is my personal opinion. I think The Miz has worked his way to become a WWE superstar from what he was in the past, but right now in this point in juncture, I'm a little tired with seeing The Miz in any title picture. I want to see the WWE really focused on building that Intercontinental Championship with Curtis Axel. Curtis Axel goes over The Miz and retains his title. We go on to the WWE Divas match, where, again, I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this, but we have Caitlyn versus AJ Lee, which was a pretty decent match. It was no TNA Knockouts match, and again, I know you guys think I'm a TNA mark. I do love both companies the same, to be honest with you. I do enjoy watching TNA a little better on a show-to-show basis, again, my opinion. But it was actually a really, really good match. Towards the end of the match, we have AJ, who basically puts Caitlyn, the Black Widow, having her tap out after Caitlyn injuring her arm, where AJ basically had blocked the suplex. But AJ Lee, actually, I like her. I think she's getting better and better. We quickly move on to the Ryback versus Chris Jericho match, which, again, another match which I thought it was kind of a miss. I mean, it wasn't horrible, but it was Chris Jericho versus Ryback. Chris Jericho, I believe, was there to put Ryback over and to help build Ryback. Again, Chris Jericho is the best. Not only one of the best in the world, but Chris Jericho is such a team player. And the dude just continues to put people over. Chris Jericho, towards the end of the match, misses a Lionsault, landing on his own feet, but Ryback is able to roll him up for the clean 1-2-3 pin. We move on to the Money in the Bank World Heavyweight Championship match, or the World Heavyweight Championship match, not the Money in the Bank, between Dolph Ziggler and Alberto Del Rio. Now, this was a really interesting match. This was actually an enjoyable match. I liked it a lot. Now, during the match, Ziggler was in control. But then during this match, we have, and by the way, the fans, Ziggler is so freaking over. I really, really, really am a big fan. But AJ Lee decides, you hear the music, and she starts skipping down to the ring. AJ Lee continually distracting Dolph Ziggler during the match. Dolph Ziggler, towards the end of the match, is able to block a super kick. AJ runs in a super kick from Alberto Del Rio. AJ Lee comes in for no apparent freaking reason and hits Alberto Del Rio in plain sight with the WWE Divas Championship belt. Alberto Del Rio wins by disqualification. After the match, Ziggler went crazy. I have a feeling that Ziggler is finally turning full face, and I think this is the final split of AJ Lee and Dolph Ziggler. And don't be surprised, and again, this is my opinion, or more or less my minor prediction. I don't know for sure if this will happen, but don't be surprised if you see Big E Langston attacking Dolph Ziggler and building a feud between Big E Langston and Dolph Ziggler really, really close in the future. Ladies and gentlemen, if I haven't said this before, I'm actually going to be live at WWE Raw tomorrow night, depending on when you're watching this, at the Barclays Center, the first WWE Raw at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn. So I'm really excited about that. I have a feeling that this, what I just talked about, may go down tomorrow. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we continue. Oh, and by the way, the fans were just chanting as AJ was crying, "You screwed Ziggler," which she basically did. We move on to the WWE Championship match between Mark Henry and John Cena. And, I mean, it was okay. I was very disappointed with how the WWE booked this match. Super Cena went over. You know, during the match, John Cena, who's a solid 275 probably of muscle, jumps off the top rope, and Mark Henry actually catches him in mid-flight, hitting John Cena with the World's Strongest Slam. They go back and forth. John Cena tries to hit him, you know, put him in the STF, and Henry is able to break out of this finisher hold, but then John Cena blocks another World's Strongest Slam, and anyway, long story short, Mark Henry actually taps out. Now, my question to you guys is this: why are you going to build this guy, Mark Henry? Mark Henry, I mean, to have Mark Henry tap out to the STFU or whatever the hell they call it now, I think, in my personal opinion, it's a little slap in the face to Mark Henry. Mark Henry will be fighting John Cena tomorrow night, depending on when you're watching this, at Monday Night Raw, apparently for the World Heavyweight Championship. I think it'd be pretty cool if actually he wins at Monday Night Raw on live TV, but I doubt it. And I'll be honest with you, I am very disappointed that the WWE would have Mark Henry lose the match, not only cleanly, but by tapping out, by giving up. The world's strongest man taps out to the STFU. I think that's a miss, but again, it's my opinion. I want to know what you guys think, ladies and gentlemen. Please leave a comment here below at OneWrestling.com or YouTube /OneWrestlingVideo. But ladies and gentlemen, we jump into a fantastic match, the Money in the Bank ladder match for a shot at the WWE Championship. It is Rob Van Dam, Christian, Daniel Bryan, Randy Orton, Sheamus, and CM Punk. And ladies and gentlemen, this was one hell of a match. During this match, we have Daniel Bryan, who basically sets up the ladder, and Daniel Bryan was so over. And again, this was a huge curveball, because I honestly thought that Daniel Bryan was going to win this thing and go into a program with maybe John Cena or Mark Henry. I actually thought Mark Henry would win the title, and I thought that, that Daniel Bryan would be facing Mark Henry. Well, ladies and gentlemen, during this match, a lot of interesting things happened. Bryan is setting up the ladder. Curtis Axel comes out of nowhere, and he comes and he basically hits Daniel Bryan with the old steel chair. Now, CM Punk grabs Curtis Axel, hits him with his GTS outside on the floor. Paul Heyman comes down and he starts screaming at Curtis Axel. Curtis Axel is knocked out. He's yelling. You know, he's basically chewing him out. You know, why are you messing with the best in the world? He's a Paul Heyman guy, so on and so forth. Punk rolls into the ring. Excuse me, sets up the ladder. He begins to climb the ladder, and then Heyman, cheering him on, does what I think a lot of us, or the smart marks, know, or pretty much had a belief in what was going to happen. Paul Heyman turned on CM Punk, and he proceeded to beat CM Punk with a ladder, slamming him over and over and over again, finally with the final shot hitting CM Punk, slamming the ladder down on CM Punk's head. Rob Van Dam, who actually I thought was great tonight. I don't care what anybody says. Rob Van Dam, RVD, was fantastic tonight. And he was really, really over with the WWE crowd. And I know people say, again, I am a TNA mark, but I do believe that the WWE in one night did more for Rob Van Dam than TNA did in his whole tenure there. And again, no offense to TNA, but this is what I believe. Again, my opinion. What's your opinion, ladies and gentlemen? RVD climbs up at the top. It looks like he's going to grab the Money in the Bank briefcase. But Randy Orton pushes the ladder, catches RVD in midair, hit him with the RKO. Ladies and gentlemen, Randy Orton is your Money in the Bank winner. Now, I did not expect this. Again, I thought Daniel Bryan would be going over. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is where I open it up to you guys. What do you think is going to happen? Where is Randy Orton going to go? Is he going to stay face? Is he going to turn heel? I mean, I think a heel turn is imminent if he's going to go into a program with John Cena. I don't know, ladies and gentlemen. This is really interesting. I want to hear what you guys think. Please leave a comment here below. You can follow us here every single week at OneWrestling.com, YouTube /OneWrestling video. You can follow us on Twitter at OneWrestling. Follow me on Twitter at Big Ray Show. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been a pleasure doing this recap, and I will be recapping a free pay-per-view. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, TNA will be, this week's show will be a free Destination X pay-per-view basically on TV. So I will be recapping that as I do my TNA recaps every single week here at OneWrestling.com. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been a pleasure doing this for you. I want to hear from you guys. Please leave your comments below. Hit the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Please follow us, subscribe. Ladies and gentlemen, again, I always say this. I would do this for a living, but if I can, I would do it anyway. Why? Because I love talking wrestling. Ladies and gentlemen, I will see you for that TNA recap. Please leave a comment below. I want to hear from you guys. Peace.